Hey, good afternoon, cruisers. I just wanted to take you on a tour of the Handicap Accessible Ocean Suite, room 10363 on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Again, this is a Handicap Accessible Ocean Suite on the Mardi Gras, room 10363. But before I start, please excuse the mess, folks. This is our last day of the cruise, and I'll just tell you real quick. My son and I got up and we started packing, but we only packed our stuff. My wife's been gone eating breakfast and getting massages, and we didn't pack all the stuff that she's gonna pack. We just threw it all on the. Yeah, well, sorry, she should have been here. We just threw it on the counter. She'll get to it eventually, I'm sure. Well, she ain't got no choice because we're leaving tomorrow, so I'm sure she'll get on us about it. But anyway, let me take you on a tour. I'm gonna tell you some good and the bad about this room. Again, that's room 10363 on the Mardi Gras, handicap accessible. Let me start off with the outside to show you how you get in the room. So first things first, in order to get in the room, it's a handicap accessible door and it's automatic. So one thing you don't want to do not press this. This is an alarm and it sounds the alarms off all in the room, and guest services gets to calling you. And we've had a couple kids run by and push that while we're in the bed, and we jumped up to alarms ringing and phones ringing. I'm not sure why this is outside for people to do that. But it is, so be mindful of that. Don't press that button. In order to get in the room again, it's electric, so you just put your card there. It opens up automatically. There's no other way to get inside the room other than to use that automatic feature. If you got a wheelchair, scooter, walker, this door is awesome because it has a whole lot of space. It's a heavy door, but it opens up automatically from the outside, so you don't have to worry about that. But on the inside, you can open it automatically, and I'll show you that in a second. Or you can just, open it with the handle. There's no way, again, to open it from the outside we've asked other than to do it automatically. And this is an awesome feature for us because, the last couple of years, my wife, went from using a cane to a walker to a scooter to a wheelchair. And it got to the point where we've booked suites. We booked either we've been booking suites for years now, ocean suites, and even had a couple family harbor suites. And the doors are so small that when she started using her wheelchair, she couldn't go in and out of the room by herself. So someone always had to be here in order for her to go somewhere or come in the room. But this one, that door is wide enough. She presses, she sticks her card up there and then opens up, and she can ride her wheelchair right on in with no problem. Then you get in and you got plenty of room to maneuver around. Now, one of the good things is this space is huge, enough room to turn around in a wheelchair, pop wheelies, 360s, or whatever you want to do. But the one drawback, and it's not real bad, is that this floor gets wet. Throughout the day, especially at night. It's so moist, so you can't just walk around here with socks on, or they're gonna get soaked. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what we could do. Maybe turn the AC up or something. I don't know, but just be mindful that it'll get pretty moist over here. So be careful. Same kind of closets you normally see. Enough room to hang stuff. Then you got your safe. And your drawers in here as well. Again, we're trying to empty it out because we're supposed to be packing, but you see nothing but her stuff in there. She ain't got the packing yet. And you got another closet. Put the drinks that we got to pay for in there to get them out of the way, and then you got another closet here. Now, the bathroom. It's pretty nice. You got your light right here. So you turn your light on, and one thing you notice about this bathroom is the door, again, is wide enough to get the wheelchair or the walker or scooter in there, which is awesome. But it also does not have a step up, so you can just roll right in. Again, this floor gets extremely wet, and I'll show you why. If you see this shower, which is awesome, huge shower, very handicap accessible. Very much so, and the water pressure is crazy good. But one negative is the water comes out. So this curtain doesn't reach the floor. As you can see, I can stick my whole foot under there. So the first night, the first shower, I think my son took a shower and there was water all over the floor. And it's supposed to go in here, but it wasn't all going in there. It was all on the floor. So what I ended up doing was, after that, every time we take a shower, we just get a big towel, roll it up the long way, and just lay it across right here. Pretty much just right underneath the shower curtain. And it just blocks the water from getting out all over the floor. Plenty of room in here. Nice size sink. 2 faucets. We had one issue in here. This pipe right here, when we first got in, it was disconnected. So when the water was coming out, it was coming on the floor. I just put it back in there myself, and it's been working fine ever since. So hopefully no one else will have that issue. Again, nice size bathroom. Once again, excuse the mess. My son and I just threw everything up there. I know we're gonna pay for that. But you got plenty of space up here. You got your mini fridge or cooler, whatever you want to call it. Plenty of drawer space to store stuff. You got another area right here. She puts all the medications and stuff in there. Now, it says on the description this room sleeps 3, but you got your king size bed. It does not convert to 2 twins. And then you have your pull out here, but you also have you can pull that down. So I guess you can sleep, and you can actually sleep 4, because they did ask us if we wanted, or I asked my son if he wanted to sleep up there, and he said no, he'll sleep down here. So he's had plenty of room. They opened up the couch for him. On each side of the bed, you'll have your reading lights and your USB port. And again, handicap accessible. You have a little thing right here you can use if you have an emergency. And they will get the calling. And you got plenty of space in the closet here for all her stuff that she hasn't packed yet. Plenty of space between these two. She comes through here with her wheelchair or her walker and has plenty of space, and then you come on my side and you have the same things going on all over here, your emergency thing, and then you have plenty of drawers over here. I don't know what's in here. Now, one weird thing about this room is the TV situation, which no big deal. We figured it out. So you have one TV here that's across from the bed, right? And then it's next to the couch or the pull-out. And then you have another TV here that's next to the bed across from the couch. So it's been a weird situation, but what I've been doing is just right here in the middle of the room, I just, use the remote, turn them both on, and synchronize whatever's playing on both sides. And at night, what I do is I have, the same thing playing, and I'll turn the volume up on this TV so that we can hear it. And I have the volume down on this TV because he's not paying attention. He's on his sleep or on his phone or whatever he's doing. I don't know. He's not paying attention. So that's one way to get around that. But again, a lot of space. Now, one thing that's important is the balcony is also handicap accessible. So what you do is I'm going to press this button, but you'll see that there's a little lip down at the bottom. You got to be careful. You can't just press it and get to walking, or you're going to have a problem. And we've had a couple people visit this room, and I tell them that, and they still do it. So you have to wait, or you need to watch out for this little lip right here, or just step over it, or just wait. And she's been able to roll her wheelchair right out on the balcony. Huge balcony. Huge balcony. We got 2 lounges that we've slept in plenty of times. Nice rocking chair. And you have a picnic table with 4 chairs. Plenty of room. That's the neighbors over there sneezing. Plenty of room. So I've come in the room several times and she's been out there, either there or in the rocking chair or in her wheelchair, right up to the balcony. And you can close it from the outside or open it from the outside. Very nice. Now, some of the issues we've had. Now, I wouldn't say issues, but some of the the, the little nitpicky things. The second day of the cruise, we couldn't. The balcony, you would press the button and it'll make this loud grinding noise, and it would stop like right there and wouldn't open up unless you grabbed it and pulled it open. I called guest services. You know, they were nice and said they would send someone. It took a while. I get it. They're busy, especially the first day or two. But once they came out, they thought they fixed it up top. And then the next day, well, it worked that day. And then the next day, you would go to press the button and it wouldn't open at all. It wouldn't move. It wasn't making that noise, but the only way we could get it open was to actually pull it open again. Now, call guest services and they were sending someone out. They were very nice. The problem is, you know, you got to get that fixed. If you have someone that's handicapped or disabled or have, you know, skeletal or muscular issues that, you know, it's going to be hard because I had to literally pull real hard to get that thing open that day. But they came in and fixed it as soon as they could, and it's working just fine now. Trying to think, I don't know of any other negatives. Other than that button I told you right outside the door, right underneath the key card. Again, that's an emergency button, and we've had twice, I guess, somebody running by and just pushed the button, and the alarms in the room just started going off, lights blinking, alarms, you know, blasting, phone ringing, trying to find out what's going on, and it's all because somebody decided to press that button. Not sure why they have that out there, but what they said is when that happens, if everything is fine, you just come over here, you have to press this button and hold it for 10 seconds, and you have to do it 3 times. That's the first time it went off, that's what they told me while I was on the phone, so I had to press it, hold it for 10 seconds, let it go, press it again, hold it, let it go, then press it again, and the alarm stopped. But the second time someone pressed that button outside, I jumped out of the bed and pressed it one time, and it, you know, the alarm stopped. So I don't know, you know, if it has to be 3 times or not, but that's what they told us, to press that button. So those are the only small little quirks about the room, the TV situation. We had the issue with the balcony, then the alarm system. So, but again, that's just the Carnival Mardi Gras, room 10363. It's a handicap accessible ocean suite. Not too many drawbacks to the room. The ship, a little different. You know, we've been on here before and had a great time. Didn't have any issues. But I think that's because we came on the Mardi Gras right at the tail end of COVID, and they weren't at full capacity. I think that week they were like 50% capacity, so it wasn't crowded. This time, it's packed. And it's not even a holiday. It's a normal, you know, school week. So that's why we didn't think it would be so bad. We hadn't had any issue with the kids or anything, but again, the wife, when she's out of the room, she's in a wheelchair. She's in an electric wheelchair. She cannot take the stairs. And so every time that we've gone, including the day we boarded, multiple times, and now I'm not joking when I say at least 20 different times, we've gone and waited in line to get on the elevator, and we'll be first in line or the first ones at the elevator, and we'll wait. And when the doors open, people show up out of nowhere and just run in front of her and get on in front of her. And when I've been with her, honestly, those few times that has happened, I will either tell the people to stop and wait, or I will block them from getting in front of me and let her get on. If the elevator is full and she's able to get on, just her, plenty of times I'll just put her on there and I'll run up or down the steps and meet her where she's getting off. No big deal. No problem at all. But several times, at least a good 20 times, you have rude, and they've all been adults that will see you waiting, know you've been waiting longer than they have, and they will just jump right in front of someone that needs to get on the elevator. It's so rude. I cannot believe how rude people are. Funny thing is, my wife and son went to a show the other night, and said as they were getting on the elevator, there's a group of kids that came up behind them, and they were waiting on the elevator, and the elevator opened. The kids ran to the elevator to hold it open for her. They didn't jump on in front of her. They said, "Here you go, ma'am. We wanted to hold it for you." So that was some teenagers. So that was awesome. But the adults, countless times, coming in from the ports when we boarded the ship throughout the day, just several times, get to the elevator. We're waiting, and people will jump right in front of you. I cannot believe it. And so again, this is our last day of the 7-day cruise, and I've been over this cruise for 2 days just because of that. It's the people. The ship is fine. The crew is awesome. Had no issues with any of the crew or the ship or any. I had some issues in the casino, but that's my own fault. Good night. I'm talking. I don't even want to tell you how much I've blown in the casino. But it's been way more than I ever had. But that's my fault. The casino has been fine. The staff there has been fine. Had some people just sitting on your machine, not even playing. Just that's a little annoying. I just found a different machine, but it's mainly the elevator situation. It's not the elevators. It's the people, the fellow passengers. The rudeness of the passengers is ridiculous. So we're really over that. We're really over that. That's my biggest pet peeve of cruising is these elevators and people being rude and just jumping in front of you constantly. Not once or twice or a couple of times, a few times. It's every day, multiple times. You can't sit there and wait and expect to go on before them. They just have to come and just jump right in front of you. They'll look in your face and jump right in front of you. But I hadn't had to get into no physical or verbal altercations, but I have had multiple times to tell people, will you wait your turn? Will you just wait? She needs to get on the elevator. She's been here waiting. She's been here waiting, and you just get right in front of us. So that just happened to me a minute ago when I was coming back up here. I just said, forget it, and took the steps. I saw it happen, and I said, it's only 4 flights. I'll just go up the stairs. No big deal. But that has been the biggest thing. Other than that, the ship is cool. The room is awesome, except those minor little things. But that wouldn't stop me from staying in this room again. But I just wanted to give you a tour because I've looked on YouTube since I booked this room a year ago, and I didn't see not one video for this room anywhere. So I just wanted to make sure I at least get something up here. But again, that's the Carnival Mardi Gras Handicap Accessible Ocean Suite, room 10363. If you have any questions about the room, please feel free to ask. I'll check the comments. Don't have a lot of answers about the ship per se, because all I did was eat, sleep, and lose money in the casino. Came out, ate again, slept, lost some more money in the casino, went to bed. That's been my cruise, because I just didn't feel like dealing with the elevators and the people. So, but if you have questions about this room, please let me know. I'll answer the best I can. So hope you enjoy your day. Thank you all.